create a show. I'm noticing they're tweaking things a little bit. Yeah, that's what. Just a little bit of stuff. Glubs, 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 glubs. Everybody good? Yeah, yeah. Yes, thank you. Yep, I haven't noticed anything. Yep. All right, here we go. Fancy Nancy's here. Let's get to ripping. This is Sapphire 3, right at 7. A little later than I planned, but had some cleanup work. Oh, yes. And then I'll keep the empty cases just over there if you could. Yep. Done. I don't. I use this a lot for shipping, especially after the Whatnot show, because Whatnot just does any dimension. They do like big dimensions on their stuff. I haven't quite figured out the Whatnot shipping because um, if I have to add more stuff in there, I'll go back and alter the label. And what I read about the labels is that they only charge you for the most recent label that you update to, so it cancels out the other one. Yeah, and then it'll charge you, because I was like, oh, do they charge me for the new label I did and the old one, or how does that work? Because they don't make it real clear. That's 195, 24 out of 50, 24 out of 50, but they only allow you to do that 5 times a month, I think.
Yeah, they'll make an auto adjustment 5 times a month if you
just ship it.
Yeah, just ship it.
195B, 24 out of 50. That's JJ on the 5. This is a Sapphire 3 Digi break. Digi. I have here at Calvert Cards, Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the real deal, Phantom GPK. He's going to be doing some ripping today with me. We got a lot of stuff to rip. We got 10 boxes of Sapphire 3. Quick little break and clean up. And then we got 10 boxes of Sapphire 4. Quick little break and clean up. Case break, same as of the other two of Sapphire 5. And then a Digi break of Sapphire 5. Short show today. We did Sapphire 1 yesterday and got an absolute smoke show for the one and only Josh Myers. That was wild. Not a one of one I was expecting to see. Not that you have expectations, but I do. I kind of think, okay, I think this one will be next. Maybe this one. And it's just, there's really no rhyme or reason to why I think that, but I just 2A was not in the cards of where I was thinking. 2A. So what's next? 3A? I don't know. Maybe. Tune in next week and we'll see. How about a Unbreakable Barney on the threes? On the threes, 4 out of 75. Unbreakable Barney, 213B. 213B. Oh, yes. Phantom GPK is a Whatnot extraordinaire breaker right there. He was breaking Sapphire 5 last night. Make sure and catch his shows and give him a follow on Whatnot. 213B, 4 out of 75. 4 out of 75. Let's go. Let's see. When's your next Whatnot show there, Mr. Phantom? Tomorrow. What are you ripping? Adam Geddon. Let's do it. Paper product getting ripped. Getting ripped tomorrow. Let's go. Welcome in Whatnot. It is a Saturday morning wake and break. We have the fancy one here ripping along with us. Nancy is doing some tracking all morning. Nancy, how did you get the all morning shift? The all morning shift. Brienne's probably at work, I'm guessing. Usually we get Brienne for a good part of the day, and JK. They both took the Saturday off. They're watching Saturday morning cartoons somewhere. This is 216A. 47 out of 125. 47 out of 125 on the sixes. 216A. Let's go. Oh yes, we got a wall of GPK. So this weekend's a little bit lighter in the britches. We're just doing the sapphire breaks. Next week is Bella's last weekend working at Calvert Card. She's moving on up to the east side. No, to the south side. She's moving on down to the south side. But she will be here with me next weekend. We're going to rip a case of Chrome 7 next weekend. Let's see. We're going to do, and that break is live right now if you want to play in it. Take the Super Challenge. Nancy said, not again. Well, we did the Super Challenge last week, and all we got was toilet paper, 4 base cards. Yeah, just in the middle. Uh, once I get that Chrome one going. That's a Shattered Shelby 193. We know that goes to John 193. John Duncan on the Goldilocks on the gold. I have set a hard date. I have set. Oh, more about next weekend. Next weekend we're gonna do all the sapphire breaks, and then we're gonna do a Chrome 7 case break, and then we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break for a couple hours, maybe an hour and a half. 193A, 2 out of 15. 2 out of 15 on the gold. Nice hit, John Duncan. Um, here. There. All right. That works. Perfect. S4, yeah. So then we're going to do a Monster Whatnot show. We're going to send Bella off with a Monster Whatnot show. Let her pull a 1 of 1 and some paper product. We're going to rip a collector box. Collector box. Collector box of We Hate the 90s on next Saturday. So look for that. That is a Riveted Rex 216B, 89 out of 125. I know you guys have heard me talking about this, but the person that I do big case deals and box deals with is slow as molasses. Slow as molasses, but that deal is about to wrap up. 216B, 89 out of 125. So I've been hesitant to put my June price guide out. As soon as I get that inventory in stock, I will put my new price guide out. There'll be new blasters, some new hobbies, and some adjustments to stuff. Just depends on inventory. When I have high inventory, prices go down, and when I have low inventory, prices go up a little bit. So I'll be doing some adjustments to the upcoming price guide for June. We have some other breaking news coming in too. 211A, 94 out of 99. 94 out of 99 on the 211A on the ones. On the ones. Let's see. Other breaking news is there is a hard date for my end of Sapphire 3 and 4. Those breaks will conclude no later than July 19th. That is the last. There will be no more S3, S4 breaks at Calvert Cards after that date. Now, there could be a few breaks at Postcards from the Edgerly and Creekbed Donnie after that date, but we shall see. We shall see. But they might run a little bit longer. But Calvert Cards will be running Sapphire 2 the following weekend after S3 and 4 conclude. I know a lot of you play S3 and 4, and I didn't want to put that financial burden on you and drop S2 while those are still going. So S3 and 4 will be done at Calvert Cards, and then we'll start running S2 the last Saturday in July. That break is posted. I will I will repost it and get the old one dead. I'll move it to a new one, but all the spots will stay the same. That way, it's a little clearer on stuff. 190A, 43 out of 99. 198, 43 out of 90. That's the yellow-bellied sapsucker. It's good to be king and have your own way. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. 4 base cards, let's go. This is a Sapphire 3 Digi break, a Sapphire 3 case break Digi. We used to rip 55 of these every weekend, and then it turned to 35, and now here we are at the bitter end at a case break a week. 1 case per week for the next 6 or 7 weeks. And then that is a wrap on S3. Other breaking news. 40th anniversary will come out in July, I guess. 184B, 11 out of 50. 184B, 11 out of 50. I like to kind of advise folks a little bit on the information that I do know. And the information that I know is kind of limited. Fanatics is doing things a little differently. 184B, 11 out of 50. A lot of people were happy when they said Fanatics is going with the business model of uh, eliminating the wholesalers and only having distributors. That is a hot diggity dug 185A. 185A, 36 out of 125. 36 out of 125. So they thought, the folks that were kind of celebrating that thought that Fanatics would then share the discounts that they shared with the wholesalers with the regular customers that are buying on Fanatics website. And truth be told, they're not. There is no sharing. They're just selling at MSRP, 185A, 36 out of 125. Don't have clouded judgment with 40th anniversary. It is not Chrome 7, and it's definitely not Sapphire 5. It will be highly produced. It will be good. I'm sure it'll be good, but it's going to be a highly produced. Think volume like Bookworms meets Kids That Play. There will be a lot of volume. Don't feel like you have to buy until they say sold out on their website next week. Do not feel that way. This is not going to be a limited print run product like Sapphire 5 and a semi-limited print run like Chrome 7. This is going to be a heavily printed product that will be a lot of fun. It will be a lot of fun, but it's not going to be a light print run. How do I know this information? How do I know? Well, I've been in the hobby for a little bit, and I do talk to some people. And the most important thing that we're looking at right now is the number of sketches that the artists have submitted. It's in the thousands. 215B, 57 out of 99. 215B, 57 out of 99. So unless they put a sketch in every pack, it's going to be a heavily printed product. Even if they put a sketch in every box, it would still be a heavily printed product. And we know they're not going to put a sketch in every box. They're not. If you're lucky, you get 1 sketch per case, maybe 2. Shit, I ripped the Chrome 7 case last week, and all we got was toilet paper. So even Ask We Pay can find its way into a case. So that's just my advice, is pump the brakes a little bit on the 40th. 74 out of 75, 189B. 74 out of 75, 189B. I will do my best to buy down products so I can offer it cheaper than what they have on their website when they release. Because some people are kind of new to selling, and there's that goober that was listing, hey, I'm going to buy a couple of cases and sell it. And they're like, you're paying MSRP. So that means the only way you can sell it is above MSRP. And he's like, well, no one can get it cheaper than that. I'm like, oh boy. They will sell it cheaper to distributors. So my job is to buy in bulk from a distributor where they don't take full profit on me. And then I can then resell it at a lower price. 172B, 6 out of 20. That is a aqua blue, 6 out of 20, 172B. So I will try to buy in bulk from a distributor and cut the cost down below MSRP. I'll do my best. If I don't see numbers I like, then I probably won't. But I will be buying some. I will be buying some. But, and I'm not, hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't buy when it's they do their pre-order next week at MSRP. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is don't dump your life savings into a product that more than likely is going to go a little cheaper. Look no further than Intergalactic, Bookworms, Kids at Play. Those are all below MSRP, and they've been below MSRP for a long time. It's very unlikely that Kids That Play hits MSRP in our lifetime, Dolan. It's very unlikely that Kids That Play, well, maybe our lifetime, that might be a stretch, but it's just one of those products that um, it is going to take a minute.
Isn't that one of the largest ones?
Kids That Play, I believe, was the largest. Bookworms was massive too, though. Bookworms had a big boy, and Bookworms didn't do blasters. Instead, they did those stupid mega box things, 4-base cards. I haven't heard of the configurations they're doing yet with 40th. I'm assuming they will not be doing that. Is a Def Jeff 8 out of 75 on the 206A. 206A Def Jeff on the sixes. Let's go. Um, I'm assuming they'll be doing the standard, but they always throw something in there like, we haven't done hangers ever. Let's try hangers, and let's make them not hit ever unless Robert Davis gets one in the mail. Because you heard the story that I was doing those as like giveaways, as free, because they just never hit, and I would use them as insurance. So if you bought a bunch of spots on a raffle, you would get insurance, and the insurance would be those. Nancy loved tracking those, though. She loved tracking. Whenever I did a hanger break, she loved tracking it. All you could hear was plastic being unwrapped because it's got like 3 layers of plastic. They're awful. So Robert Davis got the Luke Puke, Richie Rich, one of those two, one of ones, out of one. Yeah. He was debating using the hanger as like, uh, what was he going to use it as? Like kindling. And instead, he's like, I'll open it. I'll open it. He's like, Scott, look what I got. I was like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. So you can find stuff in there. No different than like a Chrome One Fatty. I sent one out as a gift for Christmas to a customer, and they showed me a J to K auto they pulled from it. I was like, whoa, 211B, 11 out of 25 on the 11s. So you just never know. June 16th, Monday. Okay, so Nancy, for those of you that like Chrome 3, Nancy is ripping a half case of Chrome 3 once a month. Or is it a full case, Nancy? Is that a full case? You're doing a once a month full case, right? Correct me on that one. I think you switched to once a month full case, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that. I just realized when I said that.
With Squarespace, you can do more than just build a website. You can build a business.
Let's see.
Event planners and interior designers draft and send proposals to potential clients.
I like that. Full case. Okay, so Nancy is doing a full case once per month on a Monday. This coming Monday, she has a full case rip, 177B, 47 out of 99. She is the only one ripping Chrome 3, and it's been that way for a better part of a year. Solo, maybe even year and a half ripping Chrome 3. But she did take a little hiatus. She took a little hiatus. That is a green. Batty Barney, 5 out of 50 on the zeros. 5 out of 50 on the 180B. She's got a couple open break spots. Where can you find the fancy one? Fancy Nancy. You can find Nancy over at JJ's Breaks page on Facebook. If you need help finding it, let me know. Let me know. That's a 180B, 5 out of 50. That's a nice one. Let's go. 3 boxes to go. So far, we got a aqua blue, a gold, and an orange. Will we get that elusive case hit or not in S3? Will we? Will we? Let's go. Let's find out. Let's see. Let's see. Nothing to see there. 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. Yeah, Nancy's been ripping Chrome 3 for a long time. One case per month on a Monday. Monday in the evening. In the evenings, 4 base. If you want to, you can go ahead and peel 10 S5, and then we'll leave the 5 for the Digi. 4 base. All right. Yeah, so Hardin Hollis, 213A, 82 out of 99. 82 out of 99. So my plan for the rest of the summer after the last weekend of July will be S1, 3 boxes, S2, 10 boxes, and S5 those will be my so we'll do an S5 case break and an S5 5-box digi. 213, 82 out of 99. 213, 82 out of 99. Took me a little bit to kind of figure out my game plan. I was kind of stumbling and bumbling through stuff. There are some other breakers on Facebook that run Sapphire 4, and that would be Creekbed Donnie Moffat. He breaks that on this channel, Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the Real Deal. He does that every Thursday, and there's some open break spots there. Don't miss out on S4 because it is about to go away. 201B, 20 out of 125. 20 out of 125. June. Oh, 2 years coming up. Wow. 2023. Wow, wow, wow. 4 base cards. All right, this is it. It is Fast and Furious with S3. This is your last box. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. I will be doing a single or double box, probably 2 single boxes of S5 at the end of the Digi break today. So we'll have a little fun with those. If you want to play, all spots will start at 40 bucks. How about a upside down Donald? And I'll just run auctions on those. 184A, 70 out of 75. 70 out of 75 on the 184A. S5 is kind of a slow mover because it's so expensive. So it is the smallest of all the Sapphire as far as the brakes go. We've never had Sapphire brakes be this small before. 10 boxes this after the first few months. Usually by now they're 50 boxes, or even Sapphire 1 was 50 boxes for a little bit. 212A, 123 out of 125. 212A, 123 out of 125. 70 out of 75. 184A. That might be it for hits. We got as high as Aqua Blue today on the Clark Griswold on the 172B. Clark Kent. That is a wrap on S3. Let's do a quick hit review. And then Phantom will be ripping some S4 here in a minute. We're going to take a quick little break and be right back as soon as we clean this up. All right, here we go. Hit review time. We've got Upside Down Donald Fuchsia, black Iron Nat Nerd, black Zeke Freak, gold yellow. That's a yellow Hardin Hollis. We got a green Batty Barney, Lazy Lou in the yellow, Def Jeff in the fuchsia, Fuchsia Juicy Lucy, Metallic Max in the yellow, Frankfurter in the black, green Hugh Turn, Gory Rory in the yellow belly, Silver Toothy Ruthie yellow, black Riveted Rex, Welded Fred, Fuchsia, Unbreakable Barney green, Dottie Dripple, and then your 3 uppers from the case is Glossy Flossy in the orange, Gold Shattered Shelby, and the star of the show right there. What are they doing? Is a Clark Griswold right there. There you go. That is a case of S3. Thank you, thank you. Fancy one. Give or send a heads up. Yes. Cletus. We are the show that you participated in, Cletus, was the big mega whatnot show, where I did the giveaway and we run through a bunch of cool products. We're going to do that show again next week, right around 4 o'clock Eastern. Bella will be back with me, and we're going to have like a 2 or 3 hour show and just go through a bunch of stuff, including a We Hate the 90s collector. Um, so, right now, today's programming on Whatnot, not everything is sold out. Not everything is sold out. So, the Sapphire 4 break is sold out, but what's not, it's there. There's some stuff available. You can grab it on Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the real deal on Facebook, or I can post it up if you want to buy it through Whatnot. Let me go over those open spots real quick. Currently open. I know which one. Ashley grabbed something. Hang on, let me take that off. Ashley grabbed 230, so 230's gone. So 230's gone. Open spots, Radar Ray and Eavesdropping. That is coming up in the next break. It's $25. Radar Ray, Eavesdropping, spot 240 A and B. $25 or best offer if anybody wants to play that in the Sapphire 4 break, which is coming up in 15 minutes. Then we have the Sapphire 5 case break, 2 open spots, 282 A and B, $60. Screwy Dewey Bent Brent has a pad left. Well, that's a 1 of 1. Alien Allen and Martian Marsha, that's $200 or best offer. I have 2 offers so far on that spot. I'm hoping for a little bit more, but if I don't get it, I'm going to accept the top offer on that. So that breaks in about an hour. So again, 282, 283. Those are open in the case break. And then we're going to do a 1 or 2 boxes Sapphire 5 Digi. And you can grab those on the fly when we go live with those at the conclusion of the S5 5-box break. So does anybody want 240 A and B? When I go live again, hopefully that spot's closed out. Send me an offer if you want it, or I can post it on Whatnot and you can buy it there. $40. It'll be they'll start, Angelo, they start at 40 and then it's an auction. So some of them end at 40 and some of them go a little bit higher. But yeah, 40 to 60 is kind of where those go. 40 to 60. All right, guys, I will see you in about 5-10 minutes for this S4 break. I have to, Zoe and I have to clean this up, and we'll see it with S4. If anybody wants that spot, let me know. Eavesdropping Radar Ray. I'll take lowest offer. No, I'll take highest offer. Oh, Angelo got he got Whatnot. Cool, Angelo. Cool. All right, see you guys soon on the board. I forgot I got a